we had the whole GameStop thing. We're not in the position of picking stocks, any of us, but what can you tell us about the type of things that people are focused on now, interested in, and the type of stuff that you find trending?
It heavily leans towards growth stocks.
Yeah.
Obviously, nowadays you're just finding a lot of leaning in towards growth stocks. And what I think it leans into is two different areas. So you look for companies that either have very, very recognizable management and leaders, and those are companies that will attract specifically, obviously, companies that have leaders on social media. That's the best way to have correlation there. A growth stock company with a prominent, and I'm not just talking about Elon Musk. Obviously there's a bunch more than him, where they come on a social media and you see a burst. For example, you've seen this even in penny stocks. LTNC is a penny stock. They do blue collar labor hiring, essentially like Uber for hiring blue collar labor. And they basically brought in a new CEO. This guy happened to have a Twitter. He started tweeting. His name was Takeover Joe. And the stock went up 800%.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm messing around. You're labor smart. I just wanted to look it up. It's worth 3 cents a share.
Yeah, it went to 8 cents when he started tweeting.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you even see this in tiny stocks, and you see it in large cap stocks too, right? Where we're seeing companies like Baba, who Jack Ma dropped off the face of the earth, and the stock can't seem to recover.
Right.
There's problems with, it's having problems. So I think that that's a big thing. And the number two is growth stocks that have just blown out of the water their fundamentals. Okay. It's just next level. And you see this with things like Futu. That's probably my favorite. And I used it as an example earlier, but when you go down the list, Futu has just blown every single metric out of the water, and they're popular on social media. They get talked about. There's an audience. Obviously, it helps that people with large audiences push that type of stock, and they talk about it. So those are the two most correlated I see. It's a stock that either has a very recognizable management or a person on social media that talks about it, posts about it, or a stock that has just blown the fundamentals out of the water and is a growth stock. And those are going to be kind of 7 or 8 out of the top 10 trending.
Okay.